Hey, Margaret. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, you better get on over to YouTube and get off of Facebook. Hey, Robert. That's the Facebook people. Hey, I'm back. I'm better than I was before, but I'm back.
You're right.
Which one?
You
I look red.
no, it looks different
Now,
here. Hey, Margaret.
let me go to my YouTube people and say hello to them. Of course. Hey, Monica. Hey, Positive. Hey, Keith. Sharita. Thank you, Positive. Hey, Burns.
It's not all about you.
Vern, I heard what you did. Thank you so much.
It's not all about you.
And you will be getting a crown. I hope you like pink, a shirt, and a mug to match the crown because you deserve one. So when we crown uh, Queen Tornado and we crown Medina, Queen of the Nights, you're going to be crowned as well. And Michael is getting crowned as King of Jomel. We haven't come up with you going to be crowned yet, Vern, but we got you a crown. So you're getting your crown,
She's
and
gonna be Queen of the Angels.
you're going to be. Tramel said you're going to be the Queen of the Angels. So y'all, probably next week Friday or the week after. It just depends on when all of them get their
It
crowns,
was supposed to be
so
this
they can come
weekend,
on
but
live and put on their crowns. Medina, Burns now, Michael, and in Q's world, we decided to give all of them a crown and crown them in our kingdom. Burns, she's the only one that just found out. The rest of them already knew, but Burns just found out. Again, thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. It's like a scary thing to go to bed on Wednesday and wake up on Saturday and not know where you at and have no memory. I have absolutely no memory when I woke up in the hospital on Saturday. Even though people told me I talked to them on Friday and I had conversations with them, I don't remember any of that. All I remember was waking up Saturday morning and opening my eyes and seeing a nurse, and I was like, "Who the hell are you, and why are you in my bedroom?" And then I realized I wasn't in my bedroom because I have no recollection of ever waking up on Thursday, of nothing that happened between me going to bed Wednesday night and waking up Saturday morning. I have no recollection of any of that. So thank all of you. For me, it's like a scene out of a movie. Like you see people in movies where people go to bed and wake up and they have no clue that they had a whole experience. That's how it really is for me right now. Like I only know from the pictures Jamel showed me and things everybody said to me. Like people are telling me I had conversations with them. I'm so upset because I had a conversation with Eva from the Housewives of Atlanta, and I love her, and I absolutely don't even remember that conversation. Um, so all of that being said, thank everybody that was in my corner. I saw all the messages. I probably saw them Friday because I know my nurse is actually on her way because they're gonna take blood and do everything to make sure I'm okay. So she told me she was coming to the house, but she told me I had a conversation with her on the phone on Friday. I have no recollection of it, and based on what she told me, I know I had a conversation with her because she knew everything. So it's just like I kind of don't want my memory to come back because if it was real traumatizing like that, I'd rather it stay gone because I swear to you, I just remember making that live video singing Wednesday night, going to sleep,
did you cut it
and
out?
waking up Saturday
Cut it
morning,
out.
looking at the nurse going, "Why are you in my bedroom and who the hell are you?" Because I don't remember nothing else. Everything in between it is a blur. I don't remember getting up. I don't remember driving to the doctor's office. I don't remember going. I don't remember any of that. So I only know what everybody's telling me. And honestly, Truthfully, if I would have woke up at home on Saturday, I would have told you, Mel, he was lying. And none of what happened. It's only because I was in the hospital that I know something traumatic happened. But I don't know. It's weird. It wasn't. It's not scary. It's just weird to have. Like, I can remember things from when I was a child. So me not remembering from Wednesday to Saturday is like, I'm not trying to remember honestly, but at the same time it's like, well, damn, what happened? I feel like I really feel like a movie. That's the only way I can tell you, because there's plenty of movies you see where people go to bed and wake up and they're like, what the hell happened years later? Thank God it wasn't years later. But at the same token, it's like 2 days of my life is missing and I can't remember none of it. But apparently I've had conversations. I had to go back in my phone and I saw all these people that called me, and apparently I picked up and talked to them because I could tell a missed call from a phone call I picked up. And I'm like, okay, I had conversations with these people. I don't remember none of them, but okay. So, yeah. But thank all of you. I saw all your messages. I appreciate all of you for being there for me when I wasn't there for myself. That's a good feeling when people is in your corner and y'all took care of my husband. I haven't even watched the video. Everybody's telling me that he was crying his eyes out because a part of me don't even want to see it. I don't, because it's just, I know he had to be traumatized. I know he did. And I don't, I really don't want to see it. So I haven't even looked at it, to be truthful with you. He showed me the video that he made with my eyes all black and blue, and then I just looked at my arm and I'm like, what the hell did y'all do to me? Because I saw the bruise marks, and it's a scary thing. It's scary when 2 days of your life is missing, but at the same time, I'm not trying to remember it. So, because I don't want to remember it, because if it was that, you gotta look at it this way. If your mind blocks something out, that means that it was so traumatizing that mentally your body and mind doesn't want to even remember it. So I'm not trying to remember it. So it just is what it is. But again, thank all of you. Thank all of you. Thank all of you. Hey, Bambi. Hey, Uncle Mo. And with the exception of a few people, because from a lot of people I have what I need, y'all, we're going to order your stuff. We're going to order your, everybody who joined our page and became a member. I'm ordering your stuff between today and Friday. So I need your shirt sizes. I need, but only 2 people that did premium membership, I got their ring sizes, and I got their shirt sizes. But I think Monte and Every Day with the Kelly Girls, I need their shirt sizes so that I can send them a shirt. Kathleen, I need her shirt size as well. I think I have her. What did you do with my paper? Everybody's shirt size on the paper. Well, except those 2 people I said, because Everyday Life with the Kelly Girls and Monte, I need their shirt sizes.
It's fine, the printer.
But everybody else, I
hadn't thought of it.
Yes, Bambi. Thank you, Lonnie. Hey, Danielle G. Oh, don't cry. I'm fine. Yes, Bambi, you're in blue. Who else is in here that's a member? Thank you, Miss Lady. I have Uncle Mo's information. I have Monica's information. I have the Love Kings. Monte, I need your shirt size. I'm glad you're in here. Just put it in the chat, what size shirt you want. Yeah, everybody else. And Kathleen gave me hers. So it's just Monte and Everyday Life with the Kelly Girls. I need your shirt sizes so that when I order the stuff this week, and then I'm gonna need everybody to email me email the McRae Kingz or the McRae Kingz Corner. Either email works. And remember, Kingz with a Z. And give me your P.O. box, give me your address, wherever you want me to mail this information to. It's going to take a minute because Teesprings, they make it as you order it. So it's going to take a second for all that stuff to come to us. I'm probably going to mail, the rings will probably come before the merchandise, like the shirts and the mugs. Those are going to take a while because, Teesprings, they make them as you order them. Everybody with crowns, those are going to be mailed out before you even get. Well, the only person with that that's getting a T-shirt is Vern.
Right.
So Vern's mug and T-shirt will come after her crown, but she just really needs the crown for the day we do the crowning. The T-shirt and mug is just because we promised her a T-shirt, and then I added the mug because of what she did for us with the crown. Hello. Okay, I'll be right there. Y'all, I'm leaving this over to Tramel. My nurse is here. I should be back in like 15, 20 minutes. She just got to take my blood, get me together, and bounce. And I'll be back. I wanted to jump on before she got here just to tell y'all, thank you, I love you, and I'll be back. So you handle it from here. And I need to go let her in. Hey, Trisha. Trisha, we got your ring. We about to mail that to you today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
Yes, Trisha, here's your beautiful ring. You got your beautiful ring. You want to see it? That's your queen ring. That's your queen ring. So we're going to be mailing that out. Let me just let you guys get a better look at it. For any of you ladies that wish to order a queen ring, please email us at TheMcRaeKingz@gmail.com. These are available for anyone that wants one. It comes in two different colors. It comes in the platinum, and it also comes in the rose gold as well. So anybody that wishes to get one of these, please feel free to contact us. Or if you join the membership, ladies, the platinum tier comes with a free queen ring. So just keep that in mind if you, for a moment. Yes, please keep that in mind that if you want to get a queen ring, free, if you join the membership, you get one of these free with the platinum. Um, yes, with the platinum tier, which is $14.99. Okay, so just keep that in mind, you ladies, and also gentlemen, if you want to get a king ring, the king ring comes with the platinum membership, which is $14.99, and this is what the king ring looks like. And the king ring now, we're able to get it in a host of different colors. You can get it in black, you can get it in silver, you can get it in gold, and also the new king ring does have stones as well. I'm sorry. The new king ring does have comes in an array of different tones, and also it also has beautiful stones in it as well. So remember, if you become a lifetime member, then you will be able to get your free king ring or queen ring with that platinum tier. Okay, so as you can see, Joseph is back, and it feels good to have him back. As much as he wanted me to do the show without him, I just could not do that. I couldn't do the show without him. I couldn't do the show without my other half. And I'm just happy that he's back. It's been really, these past couple days have been really they've been really hard. Um, the initial day when all this took place, um, it was traumatizing. It was very, very traumatizing that day. I mean, I'm sitting out in the car and I'm waiting for him to get this simple procedure, which was supposed to take about 3 hours. And unfortunately, um, this happened. Um, and, I learned so much. I did. I learned so much from this, this experience. Number one is, you know, uh, having a procedure done where you have to be put to sleep is very risky when you do it in a outpatient clinical environment. It's always best to do any procedure, and I beg you people, please hear me and hear me good. If you are to ever have any type of minor procedure, anything that you have to be put to sleep, it's always best to do it in a hospital, a actual hospital environment, because that way, if something does go wrong, then they're more equipped, and there are more people experienced and people equipped to handle the situation. Whereas where my husband was, um, the only thing that they could do was resuscitate him, and then they had to take him to the hospital, where, as you can see, some damage was done. My husband doesn't recollect anything that happened that day, which, in a sense, I am glad about, because it was very traumatizing for me. It was very traumatizing for me to see my husband not only have an allergic reaction to the anesthesia, but his eyes were swollen shut, his face was swollen, he had this big rash across his chest and on his face, and it was it was bad, guys. It was really bad. And I was given the responsibility of holding him down. I was actually in the room with him. No, nobody. There was nobody there even at the hospital that was able to keep him contained. He was coming in and out of consciousness. And as he was coming in and out of consciousness, he was fighting, and he was moving his arms. When the nurses would grab him, he was like flinging them around the room. Um, they just weren't equipped to handle the situation, and a lot of things that should have been done that day were not done. And the unfortunate thing is I contacted a lawyer. We contacted a lawyer, and they told us that we don't have a case. They told us that we don't have a case because doctors are protected from situations like this. Um, Anesthesiologists are protected from things like this. So we don't even have a case um, to file a lawsuit. And the money is really not the important thing. I just hate the fact that this is something that happens every single day. Right now, as we speak, somebody is sitting on some operating table in a clinical environment, in a outpatient environment, and something has gone wrong. And unfortunately, everybody does not recover from this. There have been people that have actually died just going in to get a simple procedure. My husband was getting a colonoscopy, a procedure that should have taken no less than 4 hours, turned into a nightmare. We need better quality health care in this in our country, you know. And the sad thing is that, you know, a lot of people, mostly elderly and people like myself and my husband who are disabled, succumb to the these tragic things that can happen. Um, and yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this experience. And believe it or not, I'm scheduled to have a colonoscopy myself, and my anxiety level is like this because I know that I need to have this procedure. When you turn 50, they recommend that you have a colonoscopy, you know. And so I'm going to have the same procedure that my husband went in and had. I'm going to have this procedure done next month. But I will be doing it in a hospital environment. If I'm not able to do it in a hospital environment, then I'm just not going to have it done. I'm not. Um, and you know, another sad thing, people, is that, you know, and maybe I don't know if this is gonna sound bad or not, but you know, people that are on Medicare, like myself and my husband, we are people that have worked hard all of our lives, and we receive Social Security benefits and Medicare, and we get some of the worst um, quality health care that you can get. And believe it or not, people that um, get Medicaid, which is something that is usually offered to people that are either on welfare or those that get SSI. Um, you know, some people that have never worked a day in their lives get better health care than people like me who have worked hard all of their lives in this country. And I know that that sounds bitter, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Um, Unfortunately, we don't qualify for Medicaid um, because of our income. And believe it or not, my income is less than $1,000 a month, um, and I still don't qualify. Nor does Joseph. Um, and the doctors, they know this. The doctors, most doctors won't even take you if you don't have Medicaid. In most cases, like most specialists, they won't take you if you don't um, receive Medicaid. Medicaid is the best insurance that you can have in this country, um, which is really sad because most people that have never worked a day in their lives or have ever paid into the system, they are the ones that get better health care than people like myself and my husband, like I said, who have worked hard all of our lives. I've seen elderly people go into the pharmacy and have to pick and choose which medications they can and cannot get simply because they can't afford it. They came yesterday and took my husband's CPAP machine because insurance stopped paying for it. And he has sleep apnea. So I'm like, because of this experience that we've had, I've not slept. I've not slept in several days um, because my anxiety and my worry has me um, up, making sure that my husband doesn't stop breathing throughout the night because he no longer has a CPAP machine. Um, it's we guys. I let me just say this, please. It is so important. It is so important for us to get out and vote, not just for the presidential election, but it's important to vote in your local elections. It's important for you to vote for your congressman. And when you feel as though you've been done wrong, write to your congressman, write to the representative that represents your state, write to your governor. You know, make sure that you vote at in every opportunity that you get, because just when you think you don't have a voice and your voice doesn't matter, you're wrong. Your voice does matter. It does make a big difference. And make sure you fill out your census forms. Make sure that you do that, because when you fill out your census forms, it assures that things in your neighborhood, in your community, the benefits in your neighborhood and your community will be available to you, because they will know, you know, what type of benefits are needed in those areas. Thank you so much, Tracy. That's such a beautiful gesture. Thank you so much for that. And uh, there's a lot of people that I really want to thank, but I want to wait for Joseph to come back, because um, there were a lot of people that reached out to, not only myself but Joseph. There were a lot of people that just left beautiful messages of encouragement and well wishes and prayers. Yes, there's, I mean, there were so many people that just left messages of encouragement, and there were people that called out of concern. We're still getting messages from people just saying, you know, just checking on Joseph to make sure he's okay. Um, yes, Tracy, I will give you a call once we go offline. I promise I'll give you a call once we go offline. But thank you. That's such a beautiful gesture. I appreciate you. Um, but yes, there's some people that I really want to thank, but I want to wait until Joseph comes back. He'll be back in a couple of moments. His nurse right now has come to bring him some supplies, and also to do some of the standard things that he gets done every month, um, and every week. Um, so he'll be back soon. But guys, I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you guys enough for just helping not only myself get through this, but Joseph get through this. You don't know what it means. It means so much. It really does. It means so much to the both of us. Um, you guys truly humble us. We are very humbled by all that has taken place over this period of time. Um, like I said, it wasn't an easy thing to endure for Joseph, and it really wasn't an easy thing for me to endure either. Um, I'm just glad to have my husband back. I'm glad to have him home. Um, and for the most part, he's been doing really good. Um, I was really concerned when he got home, because he kept on telling me that he didn't remember, um, you know, the days prior. Uh, there was one day where he spoke to several people, significant people in his life, and he doesn't even remember those conversations. He doesn't remember talking to his sister. He doesn't remember talking to his best friend. He even talked to somebody, and shout out to my pastor, because my pastor knows that how much Joseph is, how big of a fan Joseph is of Eva Marcel. And he is a good friend of hers, and he was able to get her on the phone. And Joseph spoke with her, for about an hour, and he doesn't even remember the conversation. He doesn't even remember. It's it's something, guys. It really is. It's something. But you know, as as um as bad as things got, there is a light. There was a light, and there is a light in all of this, and that is that Joseph is still alive, and although he stopped breathing, they were able to resuscitate him and get him to the hospital to get proper medical care. He was in ICU for a couple of days, but he weathered through that. He's weathered through so much. Man, I wouldn't wish any of you to have been in that emergency room that day with me. Um, wow, it was something. It really was. It was something. Um, I said that I was not going to cry today, and I'm not. I'm not going to cry today. Um, I'm going to keep it together. But I just want you guys to know that I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for 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 being concerned about my husband. Thank you so much for just being loyal supporters of the McRae Kingz. Thank you so much. It means so very much to us, and um, we just, oh gosh, you guys are gonna get tired of me saying thank you because I am grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Well, yes, Lisa, that's exactly what I do plan to do. I only spoke with one lawyer. I do plan um, to to try to seek some type of counsel to see if there's something that can be done. But as I stated, the money, it's not about the money. This is something that has to stop. The fact of the matter is that my husband had an allergic reaction to the anesthesia that they gave him, is what they're telling me. I don't even know that to be true. But my husband stopped breathing, and they didn't even call me in. They didn't even tell me until 30 minutes later, 30 to 45 minutes later. I was not informed. As his husband, I wasn't even informed that he stopped breathing. And what if that would have been his last breath? I'm glad that he's still here. But what if that would have been his last breath that he took? I wouldn't have even had the opportunity to see him. When they pulled me into the building, they took me and they stuck me in a room for 15 minutes and didn't tell me anything. The doctor came into the room and said, well, the procedure went well, but when we tried to wake him, he stopped breathing and his blood pressure dropped and then it spiked up. So we're going to take him to the hospital just to make sure everything is all right. They didn't even tell me that my husband was going in and out of consciousness. When I tell you, the nurse from the facility pulled me outside into the parking lot and said, your husband is in that ambulance right there. And they pointed to the ambulance, and I walked over there and I looked in the back window of that ambulance, and my husband was fighting. He was fighting everybody. I was traumatized from that point on. And I asked them, what is going on? Is he going to be all right? And the paramedic said to me, just pray. I said, what do you mean, just pray? And I screamed out, what the fuck did y'all do to my husband? What did you do to him? Nobody gave me any answers. They just turned around and they walked back in the building. and I was left outside in the parking lot to get in my car and follow my husband to the hospital. And let me just tell you, God puts people in your path for a reason. He puts people on your journey for a reason. I had gone live. Even before all of this happened, I had gone live while I was sitting there waiting for him to have this procedure done. And Vern's junk closet was, in the chat. And she said, well, I'm in the area. If you guys need anything, just let me know. And I had Jomel with me that day. And I called her when I got to the emergency room. I called her because I had to leave Jomel in the car. And I didn't want to leave him in the car by himself. And I didn't know how long it was going to take because Joseph was in the emergency room and he's like he's going in and out of consciousness. So on top of me dealing with that, I had Jomel in the car. And I didn't know what to do. So something in my spirit said, call Vern. And I called her. And I said to her, I said, Vern, I said, I need for you to do me a huge favor. And I told her exactly what had happened. And I said, and I have my dog in the car. I have Jomel in the car. I said, can you please take him? Because if you don't, I'm going to have to leave him in the car by himself. I don't want to leave him in the car by himself. And she said, oh my God, Jomel, I'm afraid of dogs. And I was like, oh gosh, what else can go wrong? But as quickly as I said that to myself, she said, I have a dog, I have a carrier. Do you think he'll stay in that? And I said, yes. I said, he'll stay in it, please. Please just come and get him. And she came and got him. I put him in the carrier. And she left. I had never met Vern in person a day in my life. She had never met me. And just like that, she agreed to take my dog and take him. And she said, Tremel, take as long as you need. Whatever you need, just take as long as you need. And she came and she got my dog and got him to safety so that I was able to go back into the emergency room and tend to my husband. That's a blessing. That's an angel. Vern, you are an angel. She's an angel. She was my angel that day. And I thank you for that. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you again. And I thank you so very, very much. I really do. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm pausing. I'm just I'm trying to stay together. I'm trying to keep it together. But I'm telling you, if you don't know the master, if you don't know who God is, I'm telling you, get to know who God is. Have your own personal relationship with God, whatever that may be, and know that He puts people in your path for a reason. He does. He puts people in your path for a reason because Vern was an angel. It just was a coincidence that she lived where I was at. I mean, we're here and we live up here, all the way up here in upstate New York. We don't know anybody. We don't even have any friends up here. We don't have any friends. We don't have any family up here. We're from New Jersey. Or most of my family lives in Jersey. Joseph's family lives in New Jersey. We don't have anybody up here. And for her to be a beacon of light, an angel, oh God, that means so much. It means so much to me. It really does. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so very, very much. But we're gonna keep moving on. There were some things that I wanted to talk about today. Um, I'm pretty sure you guys did. Anybody see the Monica Brandy versus battle yesterday? It was it was pretty okay, I guess. You know, I'm a Monica and a Brandy fan. I think most of us are a fan of Monica and Brandy. I have to say though, I didn't like those boots that Monica had on last night. I didn't like them. I just didn't really. I mean, I know Monica is one of those people that fashion-wise, she really, really pushes the envelope. But I really didn't care for those boots that she had on last night. It was just something that didn't look right about them to me. Yes, Jomel is with Joseph. He's downstairs making friends. He loves to make friends. When people come to the house, he loves to make friends. So yes, he's downstairs with Joseph. Thank you, Donna Terry. Thank you so much for your prayers. Good morning, sister. Good morning to my sister Monica. And guys, let me just say this because I see him in the chat, and I really want you guys to go on. I need for you guys to do me a favor. I need for you to go over to Facebook. For those of you that are on Facebook, and I need for you to follow Morris Travis. I need for you to follow him simply because if you need any information on voting, if you need any information on how to register to vote, just go and follow Morris Travis. We call him Uncle Mo. And Uncle Mo does a lot of commentary on elections, and he does commentary on not only the presidential election process but all different types of election processes. Please go over and follow Uncle Mo. We call him Uncle Mo, and he's a great person. I'm telling you, he really is. He is one that is one of the front runners when it comes to getting us out to vote and us knowing the election system and how it works. Um, so if you guys are not registered to vote, Uncle Mo he can tell you how to vote. He can show you where you need to go to vote. And I think right now you can vote just about everywhere. You can vote right on your. I mean, you can register to vote right on your phone. I think you can register to vote right on Facebook. I'm not sure. I am a registered voter. I am registered to vote here in the state of New York. Make sure that you know you register to vote, and because they're trying to take that right away from us in so many ways. You know, um, it's important, guys. It really is important. Just when you think that you don't have a voice, you have a voice. You really do. You have a voice in this world, and your voice counts. Your vote does count. What you think and what you want and what you feel about how this country runs, it does count. It does mean something. It's each and every individual person that is a citizen of this country. It is your responsibility to get to the polls and vote. Make sure, and even if you can't get to the polls, you can do an absentee vote, you can do a paper ballot. I'm telling you, get out and vote, guys. We This is important. It's not, and it's not just about the current president that we have in office. This is not just about getting him out of office. This is about everything. We have people that make decisions about our lives and what goes on in this country, what benefits we are entitled to, what taxes we pay, you know, what happens in terms of things like war, you know, and you know how money is dispersed in this country to each and every individual state. There's so many things that are important about voting, and there's so many ways you can make a difference. You know, we talk about Black Lives Matter. A lot of us, as a community, need to get out more and vote. We need to let our children that are 18 and older know that that responsibility is a privilege in this country now, and that you know they should not take it for granted. So, guys, get out and vote. I promise you. I promise you, your voice means a lot. You know? What's the matter?
This little thing right here showed his natural entire ass downstairs.
Of course.
And of course, she played with it and thought it was cute.
What the hell?
Standing on the coffee table, walking across the coffee table.
Oh, really?
I had to hold him by the collar so she could do my blood work. All up in her little goodies.
You sure you all up in a little goodie?
You figure it out. Hey, Charlene.
He was all up in her party box.
All up in her little party box, honey. She was like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Now, hey. Sit and behave. Cage.
Whew, I'm out of breath.
I was talking to the people about, you know.
Hey, everybody. Everybody that wasn't here when I left. I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe.
I was talking to them about, you know, a lot of things about healthcare, about,
hey, Tracy.
You know, the quality of healthcare that we, as people that receive Medicare, get versus people that have never worked a day in their lives, and they get better health care than we do.
Well, this is true.
And, you know, I talked about the experience that you had, and how traumatizing that was for me and for you as well.
I think it was more traumatizing for you because I don't remember it. So you remember the state I was in. I don't remember none of it,
right?
Based on what y'all tell me and what y'all showed me. Because all I remember was going to bed Wednesday night and waking up Saturday morning in the hospital. I don't remember anything in between, even though y'all say I was up and cold. I don't even remember you being in the hospital Friday, just to be honest with you. I don't remember you being there.
Yeah. But now that Joseph is back, I really want to say there are several people that I have to thank. As I told you guys, I thank Vern of Vern's Junk Closet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are two people in particular that I really, really need to thank. Because if it wasn't for them, I don't know what I would have done that day. And that is Monica of MJ&J Family Mukbangs, and also Blogs and Fiction. Blogs and Fiction and Monica stayed on that phone with me the entire time I was in that emergency room. They were there. They saw what Joseph went through. They saw how traumatizing it was for him, how he was coming in and out of consciousness. They witnessed every single thing that happened that day. They witnessed me trying to find some place to put Jomel. You know, I had even considered, I didn't even tell you this, I was going to drive home and take Jomel home and come back. And I called the nurses and told them, listen, I'm going to have to drive home and I'm going to have to take Jomel, my dog, home, And they were like, no, you can't do that. They said, I told them, I said, I can't leave him in the car. I said, I can't leave my dog in the car. They were like, we don't care about your dog. And I'm like, because they were like, we can't hold him down. They were having so many problems, like keeping Joseph
apparently I
held
see
down.
they couldn't hold me down. All these bruises on my arm.
They were having so many problems keeping Joseph down. And I'm like, there's a whole hospital full of people.
There was
I
man.
don't work for the hospital. Why are you guys making me responsible?
Because if I get hurt being held down, they can blame you. It's all about liability. If they would have grabbed men to hold me down and something would have happened, then you could have sued them for them restraining me too much. As opposed to you holding me down.
They kept on trying to ask me my permission. Asking my permission, they said, you're going to have to make a choice as to whether or not we tie him down to the bed. And I was like, you're not tying my husband down to no bed. I was like, you're not tying my husband down to no bed. And they were like, well, you're the only one that can make that decision. And I was like, well, I'm not ready to make that decision right now.
Right.
But even when they did decide to, tie you to the bed, it was kind of like a last resort.
Hey, Kathleen.
It was a last resort because I didn't want you to get hurt. I didn't want you to hurt yourself because you were actually hurting yourself.
You had to do it.
You were like hurting yourself. You like your legs were entangled inside the side of the bed.
That's why they hurt.
Yeah, because you were trying to get up. You were trying to get up and get out of there for some reason. I don't know why, but you were just like screaming for help and screaming for Tracy. You were screaming for Jomel. You were screaming for me.
Jomel?
Yeah, you screamed for Jomel. Yeah.
See, and that's kind of why I don't want to remember. Because if it was that traumatizing, I don't want to remember. And like I said before I left, before my nurse came, when your mind blocks something out like that, it's because it's so traumatic that mentally your mind is trying to make you forget it. So I'm like, everybody's like, are you trying to remember? Don't try to. I'm like, I'm not trying to remember. Sprigs and pieces come back to me. Like when I said, I remember, the only person I remember talking to Friday is Corey, my brother-in-law. And I don't remember talking to him. I couldn't tell you nothing we said, but I hear his laugh in my head. And when I looked at my phone log, I said, oh, he called me. And then I could hear him laughing in my head. And I said, okay, I talked to him. But he's the only person that I can recall. I don't recall Tremel even being in the hospital with me on Friday. I'm telling y'all, all I remember was going to bed after we made that live where I was singing on Wednesday night and waking up. Today, I started kind of remembering, because I asked Tremel, I said, that yellow shirt. I said, I woke up the next day and I went in the room and got that yellow shirt and wore it to the hospital, right? And he said, yeah, because for some reason, the yellow shirt just stood out in my head. But then, I'm not trying to remember. It's just like pieces are just coming back to me. But that's the only real two pieces that came back. That my brother-in-law laughing in my head and the yellow shirt. Because past that, I couldn't tell you nothing else. All I know, like I said, when I said before my nurse got here, is I remember going to bed Wednesday night, waking up Saturday morning, looking in the nurse's face and saying, who the hell are you and why are you in my bedroom? And when I said that, I started focusing like, I'm not in my bedroom. I said, where the hell am I? She was like, you're in the hospital. I said, in the hospital? She said, yeah, you're in the hospital. I said, what am I doing in the hospital? And she was like, oh, you had a bad reaction. I said, a reaction to what? And she said, well, you went and had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. I said, no, I didn't. I went to bed and I'm waking up. She said, do you know what today is? I said, no. She said, Saturday. I said, no, it's not. It's Thursday. I just went to bed. I said, it was Friday. It's Wednesday when I went to bed. She's like, no, it's Saturday. I said, Saturday? How the hell is it Saturday? I just went to bed Wednesday night. It was, For me, I keep saying it's like a movie because that's the only thing I can relate it to is a movie. Because when you can remember things that happened to you when you was a child, and you can't even remember the last 2 days of your life, that's like it's like weird. It's like in movies when people go to bed and then they wake up 2, 4, 5 days later and they sitting there like this is impossible. It can't be this day. It's like that's how it felt. It just felt weird. Like this can't possibly be correct. Like y'all are lying to me. This is a lie. This is not. But
You see that?
it was.
Your
It was true.
your face was swollen. Your eyes were swollen shut.
Well, he showed me a video, and I was in the video tour. First of all, I didn't even know. I didn't believe when my sister told me I got on Monica's live wall. I didn't believe it. I'm like, no, I didn't get on nobody's live. She said, yes, you did. You was talking to me and Monica. I said, no, I wasn't. I had to go to Monica's live, and I see myself laying in the hospital bed, and I'm like, uh, I don't remember this. I swear to you, I didn't believe it. I had to go to Monica's live. I couldn't tell you what I said. I didn't even watch it because it's like a part of me. I don't want to know. It's weird, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know what I said. I don't want to. I don't. I honestly don't want to remember. Like I said, I asked Jamel about the yellow shirt because it just came to me. I saw myself walking into the room, picking up the yellow shirt, and thinking I'm going to wear this. But I'm not trying to remember nothing. If it comes back to me in bits and pieces, so be it. But I'm not really sitting here trying to go, God, what did I do? But I'm not trying to remember because if my mind blocked it out like that, your mind only blocks out things that are really traumatic. And if it was that traumatic, I don't want to remember.
You want to know what one of the worst things for me was?
What?
Calling Tracy, your sister,
Really?
because she really tried to maintain her cool.
But I know
really
she was
did.
freaking. Well, her and Val was planning to come up here.
No,
They didn't tell you that?
yeah, she told me. She kept on asking me if
Uncle Fred was the one telling him he's gonna be fine. Y'all don't have to go. They was ready to come. Val and Tracy was ready to come because my cousin Val, she's the only child, but she grew up with me and my sister, so that's like she's not my cousin, she's my sister. And her and Tracy was ready to take a long old trip to Rome to come. Well, they would have been to Syracuse. They was gonna take a long old trip to Syracuse to make sure I was okay. And Tracy said, Val kept calling me, going, Trey, we going? I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm like,
hey, cousin Dina.
And I'm like, girl,
Yeah,
I'm fine. I
no.
said, y'all know.
When I first called her, she really maintained her composure. But then I called her the second time, and she didn't even pick up the phone. Kari answered the phone, her husband, and all I heard in the background was
Hey,
her
shorty.
just freaking out. She totally like freaked out.
No, because see, I get it from your point and I get it from her point. From your point, you feel like if I'm gone, that's it. And both you and her are in the same situation. Because if I go, Tracy has nobody. I mean, she has my family, but she has nobody because my mother is gone. So you and her basically are sitting in the same spot of if Joe drops dead right now, we don't have nobody else. So y'all probably feeling the same feelings and emotions at that moment of, oh my God, if he dies, what am I gonna do? So I get it. And it's like, I don't want to think about it because it makes me want to cry. Because not that I'm scared to die, but I don't want to leave my husband by himself, and I don't want to leave my sister by herself. So to know that they were traumatized like that bothers me, but at the same time, I'm okay. So, you know, it is what it is. But what if I wasn't okay? What if it was that was it? That was my time. Y'all would have been rich because you could have sued them. Well, one thing you could have been was good and rich, but money don't make it better when the person is gone. But I'm just saying. But it's
That was the
I get it.
thing
I
from
get
my
it from losing my mother. I get it that when you feel like this is it and you're by yourself, and I mean, both of y'all was in the same position. Both of y'all were thinking the same thing. What am I gonna do? She's like, what am I gonna do if my brother dies? You're like, what am I gonna do if my husband dies? And y'all both had the same feelings at the same time and the same emotions. And I get it. And that's why I don't want to remember. Because I like now, it's making me emotional. And that's why a part of me doesn't want to remember. It's like, okay, it happened. I'm alive, I'm well. So what? I'm missing 3 days, 2 days of memory. Big deal. It's no big deal. But, even the nurse, she was like, what the hell did they do to you? I was like, yeah, you need to tell me. And she was like, well, what doctor did you go see? And I told her. She said, well, what the hell is he doing over there? I was like, she said, and then technically it wasn't him, it was the anesthesiologist. I said, exactly. What kind of anesthesiologist do he have? I said, when you read the Google reviews, I'm not the only person that happened to. There's people that say they lost 3, 4, 5 days of memory fucking with them. So I'm like, child, that's too much.
And like I said, this happens. This is I'm told that this is a common thing. This is a common thing.
When you go into anesthesia, it can fuck you up. I know when Tremel had foot surgery, it showed me that he was out of surgery because they had like the hospital he was in. They had like they tell you in a minute, don't come up to the desk. It's on the wall. So I'm looking at the wall. It told me when he went into surgery, when he came out of surgery, and they said when they come out, when you see their name that they out, give it 15 minutes and they'll come and get you. Well, me and this other black lady was sitting there for like 35 minutes, and I'm like, okay, y'all screaming, don't come up to the desk. But his name been up there for like 35 minutes, and ain't nobody came and said, come to the back. So I finally went up to the desk, and the black lady was like, because we were sitting there talking, and I said, well, I'm going to find out. Screw her and screw her little whatever. They need to make me understand why he been out for 35 minutes and they haven't called me back there yet. So she said, let me know what they tell you. I said, okay. So I told her, I said, what's up with this? Well, do you see it? I said, the name been on the screen for the last 35 minutes and nobody called me. Oh, hold on. So she made a little phone call. And she said, oh, they just got him out, woke him up. I said, just woke him up. But he's been out of surgery for 35 minutes. They're going to come and get you in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes they came and got me. And when I got back there, they said, oh, it took us a while to wake him up. I was like, oh, okay. No, he was up and coherent. I knew he was fine because he's like, ooh, Papa, tell him to give me some coffee because he smelled coffee. This one, if he asks for coffee, that's how you know he's fine. And then I knew something was really okay with him when they gave him a tuna fish sandwich and he said he wanted, I have that video. I might post that one day because he don't know I have that video of where, see, Tremel is a funny person coming off of anesthesia because he just say anything and he was singing and he was eating his little tuna fish. I love my tuna fish sandwich. And I'm like, you like tuna fish with mayonnaise? You eating tuna fish with mayonnaise? Well, what is that? Well, that sounded like we was walking in the room and they was sounding the horn. Hey, Lady T. Thank you.
My doctor's appointment.
Yes, y'all. So, Joseph is back. I'm back. It's going to take 25 minutes to get there. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. So, we got to leave it 10 minutes. So, y'all, with that being said, I wanted to get on. I was going to get on yesterday, but your mom told me no. So, I wanted to get on today and let y'all know that I was okay and thank all of you for all the love on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for being in my corner. Tremel has to go to his doctor's appointment today. And we will
thank
see
you guys. I mean, I know I seem a little bit remote today.
He's still traumatized.
Yeah. This experience has really done a lot to me. But I promise you I'll get back to myself. And I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed our new segment called Pillow Talk.
Hey, in King's World.
We're going to be doing that for you guys again. We may go on and do Pillow Talk later on, before we go to bed tonight.
And I'll start singing everything he says again.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a versus Joseph versus Tremel. Maybe we'll do a versus, and thank you all you people that want to join the McRae Kingz choir.
That would be fun. A battle song.
I'm not doing that.
No, when I say a battle song, I mean, whatever you sing. Like if you sing The Boy Is Mine, I'll turn around and sing You Abandoned Me, Love Don't Live Here No More. We would have to pick a song that actually is the opposite or matches the song the other one is singing.
Joseph, your voice is not.
I don't know what y'all want me to hear to know.
Y'all don't encourage him.
I remember that. See, that's one thing I remember that night, and everybody was telling me, "Don't listen to you. I sounded good."
Yeah, whatever.
You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Ooh, child. Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore.
Don't do that.
Yes, I'm going to do it. We're going to do it tonight. Tonight. Look for it tonight.
So join us for Pillow Talk tonight. We'll be doing Pillow Talk probably like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Because we got to get you all set up with the machine and stuff. Maybe you can do it, you can show people everybody how you hook up to the machine.
I can do that and go into song in the process.
No, don't go into song.
No.
Don't go into song. We'll talk about what I wanted to talk about, which was the VMAs. Let me tell you something. These kids is doing it today. I love BTK. I love them. I enjoy
BTS.
Them. Is that
because your niece will fight you?
BTS. Yeah, I like them. I liked BTS and I liked Lady Gaga. It wasn't the VMAs. It was the Lady Gaga show, and I don't think that she deserved all those awards. I really don't think that she deserved all those awards. I think she's a phenomenal artist, but I don't think that she deserved all those awards. I'm sorry. Congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion because she won her second Moon Man. And for somebody that didn't even do an album,
she didn't make a video for it.
And she didn't make a video. She's done phenomenal this year. She really has. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the VMAs tonight, and we'll also talk about the Monica Brandy versus battle.
What about us? What about us?
Please make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. Of course, you know what those are and where they will be. He's back. Guys, thank you always for your support. Your like I said, thank you guys for your well wishes.
Yes, honey, and the person that accidentally sent us $300, you know who you are. I should have played stupid like I didn't know no better and not sent it back to you, honey. But I remember that too, because see, when it comes to money, honey, I remember everything when it comes to money. I don't care how comatose and whatever I am. I should have said, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. You sent me $3.
Yes, but thank you all, guys.
Ain't you glad I'm honest?
For all of your donations, both financial and just encouraging.
Like we always tell y'all, it's not always about a financial donation. You guys said encouraging words. You was there for Tremel when he needed you, and I appreciate you for all of that.
Yes, we really do. We thank you so very, very much. And shout out to NQ's World. She was supposed to be crowned this weekend, but I'm sorry, NQ's World, we had to pull it back because of the chain of events that have happened. So you guys will be, we're going to do the crowning.
Everybody who's getting a crown,
everybody. It's going to be a night ceremony.
It's going to be like a night ceremony. So everybody just be prepared when you get that crown to be able to be prepared to come on. That includes Michael, NQ's, Burns, and Medina.
Yes, and I will give you the official date sometime this week before the week is out. I will give you the date of the coronation of the Queen's Court.
And King Court.
Queen's and King Court that will take place.
Unless Michael want to be a queen.
Who knows? But yes.
You have that option. And a queen can want to be a king.
Yeah. So.
Did you talk? I don't mean, we got to go. Well, tonight we'll talk about the fact that Niecy Nash gagged everybody and married a woman. If you haven't seen the video, go to Monica's MJ&J Family Mukbang. Well, it's not Mukbang anymore. It's MJ&J Family. And she did a report on Niecy Nash marrying Joanne Betts, the singer.
Yeah.
Totally out of left field. That's how you really keep your business to yourself.
And we got to talk about the Black Panther and
Yes.
his passing as well tonight. But guys, we really have to go. We really do. We have to go because I have an important doctor's appointment that I must go to. But please make sure you walk
He's
in
not
love.
getting anesthesia, so don't worry.
No, I'm not. Please make sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember,
It's T. McRae.
all damn day.
Later, y'all.
See you soon.